7 p.m. Roll call.
President Anthony Castro.
Here.
Vice President Taylor.
Here.
Trustee Johnson.
Present.
Secretary McCaskill here. Trustee Price, absent. Trustee Morgan, absent. Trustee Hooks.
Here.
For the record, Secretary, that's Treasurer Johnson. Rule number 3, audience participation. Do we have any audience participation?
Yeah, my name is Mazurk Urban, third ward resident.
Hold on. Oh, no, I thought you were saying somebody was coming in, but, we're not gonna, motion for any telephone, participation?
You can make the motion.
I'd like to make the motion to allow trustee Price to come on in participation by phone.
Motion died.
Just the motion, I believe she said she was at work. You gotta identify the reason which.
Oh, the reason why?
Yeah.
Because she's at
Yeah,
work.
so the motion would be to allow trustee Price to appear because she's got a work event. or work
Okay.
event. So that's your motion, it needs a second.
Oh,
Second, motion dies. Audience participation.
Yes, I have a question. My name is Mazurk Urban. I'm a former trustee of the Harvey Public Library from 2015 to 2021. And I'm just wondering, why you all are having meetings in the afternoon? I know there's supposed to be a monthly scheduled meeting at a time that is supposed to be convenient for the residents and for, the board members. You all are having meetings at 9 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Is there a specific reason why they're being done like that? And is this what the board wants? Is this what all of the board wants? Or, I'm just curious. I got a big question mark, about 4 questions going at the same time.
You were able to participate.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you why are you having meetings at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? That's what I asked.
This is a question. Any other audience?
but I
participation?
don't know. I couldn't answer. I don't know.
Any other audience participation?
I got a question. Jacqueline Clark, 15238 Moon. Is there a statute or an ordinance that says there has to be a specific time, or is it according to when it's convenient for the board?
Well, special meetings are going to be.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to go to.
Yes, I have a comment as well. So, Ryan is Ryan Samwelski. Yeah, I just had the same concern because I actually showed up. A lot of people showed up, including some media people that had to drive long distances, and they had to rearrange their schedules to be able to actually record the last meeting. And I found it was very disrespectful, especially as a Harvey taxpayer, that the meeting was canceled at the last minute. So I was here, Berserk was here, some other people were here, and we were apologizing for you because nobody was here to even tell people the meeting was canceled. And like I said, people, they're driving from the north suburbs, from like all over. So similar concern as to why the meetings are being held during the day. I think these should all be held at night because whether it's your intention or not, it looks like you're trying to exclude people that work normal day jobs. You may not intend that, but when boards do that, that's what it looks like you're doing. Like for instance, Ms. Price works during the day, I'm assuming. So, you have a board member that works during the day. Why would you hold a meeting when one of your own board members works during the day?
Shawana Morgan works during the day too.
And Shawana Morgan. So to me, as a taxpayer, well, those are 2 people that people voted for, and they're not here today. So you're gonna vote on everything without them? That doesn't sound right to me. And then my other concern was the finances. I know Chappelle had asked a lot of questions about, and Ms. Morgan about past finances, treasurer's reports, et cetera, et cetera. I was trying to follow, but it's really confusing, so I still don't understand, like, where the money is or what's happening. So if you guys could clarify that, like, our tax bills are really high here.
school, came back, I've been in Chicago my entire life, I'm back, I see things are done differently here in Harvard than they've been done in Chicago. If I want to walk into the library, can I borrow this ruler with me? I get it instantly, like here in Harvard, I think you guys, I see you guys do things differently, and I respect that, so I'm just trying to work with you guys, work with what I have here, work with your policies and procedures and whatnot. But I come to you today because, I'm looking at facilitating classroom sessions on Fridays and Mondays with my young men at Thornton Township High School at the varsity football program, where I will talk about technique, I'll talk about play jargon, plays, assignments, you know, in a conducive setting like this, where I can be on the board, I'm talking, I'm walking through it, so, you know, besides being on the field and, you know, the grit of the field now, I'm working up here, working with their mind as well. And I'm just incorporating the mental aspect and the emotional aspect of the game to these young men. And like I said, you know, I'm trying to, you know, incorporate, you know, all the fine facilities and resources we have in Harvey for these young men. Say, hey guys, you know, after we get done with this, I'm gonna challenge my young men for at least an hour. I challenge you guys to go walk in the library, pull up a book, because nowadays everything is here on the iPads, so on and so forth. Open up a book, hey, here's the applications. Go, you know, fill out the application, bring your parents back here, get a library card. I challenge you guys to be in the library. Because my thing at the end of the day, I don't coach football. My job is to save and change lives. My thing is to save and change lives. For black and brown youth in Harvey. Harvey is a remarkable place. I'm glad I'm back. You know, Coach Gandy, Coach Fred Gandy at Thornton Township High School brought me back home. It's been a while, but I'm back home and I'm looking to make positive change to the city of Harvey through things like I'm doing like this. And incorporating all sorts of things, like I said, you know, I have a proposal right there, you guys can look it over and, you know, let it go on. But this is throughout the summer, and then, you know, maybe in the off season, we'll come out here and do some more meetings. So, thank you very much, guys, for your time.
So we go to number 4 on the treasury report. We do have a treasury report. Treasurer, I'm gonna read it out. So for the treasury report as of May 30th, 2025. May 30th, 2025. Regions Bank account ending in 1331, $600,924.89. That's 606,924.89. Regions Bank account ending in 1359, $670,223.42. That's 670,323.42. First Merchants Bank, account ending in 5775, $1,665,372.75. That's 1,665,372.75. First Merchants Bank, account ending in 0863, $7,914.70. So that's 7914.70, which gives us a grand total of $2,950,000, 535.76. So that's 2,950,535.76. That ends the treasury report. Next, go to number 5. We do not have the May 20th minute meeting, so we're gonna table those. I'm gonna make a motion to table the May 20th, 2025 meeting.
Second.
Roll call.
Secretary Martin McCaskill, yes. Trustee Morgan. Trustee Price, absent. Trustee Hooks.
Abstain.
Treasurer Johnson.
Yes.
Vice President Taylor.
Yes.
President McCaskill.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve May 22nd, 2025 special minutes.
Second.
Roll call.
Treasurer Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee Morgan, absent. Trustee Price, absent. Trustee Hooks.
Yes.
Vice President Taylor.
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. President McCaskill.
Yes. Make a motion to approve the bills list. The bills list for the month, this is for the month of May. The total for the bills list is $27,289.17. That's 289.17.
Second.
Roll call.
Where were the bills list? Because I didn't receive nothing. The board packet, I was not able to open. For some reason, I can't open anything that's being sent to my email. I can't send anything. I don't know what has happened to my account.
I have no idea what happened to your account. The board package was sent out, to everyone. But you have in front of you, I think, the actual bills list that was sent out.
I mean, I can't, come up because we didn't receive this until yesterday.
Why don't you receive it?
No, I could receive, but I couldn't open it. I said I couldn't open it. And then I cannot even send out emails from my,
You have to talk to,
library.
you have to talk to the IT, because you have a library email, because you have to talk to.
Right, that's what I'm telling you. It's all of a sudden now, I can't send anything, I can't,
Well, we don't have any control, that's, Mr. Hens, you can look into that. So I got a motion, a second, roll call.
you know.
Trustee Hooks.
Can we, table this until I can look over?
It's a first, a second, I got,
She couldn't make a
I got a roll call. Roll call.
Trustee Price, absent. Trustee Morgan, absent. Treasurer Johnson,
Yes.
Vice President Taylor,
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. President McCaskill,
Yes. Well, number 7, correspondence and announcements. Any correspondence and announcements? None being, staff reports, we're gonna take the staff reports as written. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
The correspondence is that, asking us, those are all emails we received asking for, votes and stuff.
That's good to know that we'll add those to the agenda for July's meeting. New business, because there's a lot of discrepancies about the bylaws and the email, the employee handbook. I'm gonna ask that, the attorney, take over and look into the bylaws and employee handbook, and in 30 days, bring us back with a recommendation to the committee. The personnel committee recommended to the, board as a whole in July's meeting, so we can accept them and approve it. So I need a motion to update the bylaws and employee handbook. It's an action item, I need a second. Bless you.
I second.
So, where are the, bylaws that we've never seen them, because we've been asking
That's,
for them since.
that's the question I've been having since
Since,
day one. It's like
Kim.
6 or 7 different versions. There's no need to play this game back and forth, who got them, who don't have them. The attorney's gonna go through them, he's gonna update them, bring it to the personnel committee, the personnel committee's gonna bring it to the board, and then the board get a chance to review them prior to the meeting, and then we can, approve them and move forward, so.
So, you said we're going to, so where are the, that's what I'm saying, where's the bylaws? Where are they? Because we've never seen them. So I'm trying to figure, I know since 23, I haven't seen them. So where's the bylaws at? In order for, because I just explained that I can't open anything. So if I can't open anything through my email, how am I even gonna be able to see them?
Trustee Hicks, I have no control of the email address. Mr. Henson said that he would help, you retrieve whatever you lost or get access to your email. I don't know, but as of right now, we're asking for, I have a motion, I have a second, to update the bylaws and employee handbook. I got a first and a second.
Just, the motion is to direct the attorney. Yeah, just for the records.
That was my recommendation. So then, once he gets that information, put together, he's gonna give it to the personnel committee will review it, send out to the entire board, the board will have a chance to come in and review, make some suggestions, amendments, whatever we wanna do, and then we'll take a vote as a whole.
So who's on the personnel committee?
We're gonna get to that next. So I got a first, a second, roll call.
Roll call. Treasurer Johnson,
Yes.
Trustee Morgan, absent. Trustee Price, absent. Trustee Hooks,
No.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Vice President Taylor,
Yes.
President McCaskill.
Yes.
Motion carried.
So for the 2025 year, for the appointment of the Personnel Policy Committee, I want to appoint Secretary Mark McCaskill, Vice President Angela Taylor, and myself, President Anthony McCaskill. So for the record, that's Secretary Mark McCaskill, Vice President Taylor, and President Anthony McCaskill. Going to letter C, approval of director search for Harvey Public Library. So there's been a lot of back and forth, right? I know we looked into this company, but the company doesn't have an email address, no website. So I want to let the attorney go to the Illinois Library Association, which is through the rail system, and put in a search for the director, and we're gonna put a timeline of 90 days. And within that 90 days, I'm talking about vetting. So we're gonna do the vetting process, do the personnel committee, and then the personnel committee is gonna bring it to the board, and we'll have a public forum to do the introduction of the person that we select, and then we will actually vote on that person, and I'm gonna try to get that done in 90 days. So I got that's a motion. I need a second. Roll call.
I thought we approved this already.
No, we didn't. We approved it for a company. We want the Illinois Library Association to actually do it, and we're gonna put it on rails and not try to go through an independent company that's gonna try to charge us $20,000 to do a search for a library director. That's insane. Yes, we do have some money, but I don't think $20,000 to pay out to a firm to go find somebody when we're already part of the association that'll give it to us for free. So I got a first, a second, roll call.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson,
Yes.
Trustee Morgan, not here. Trustee Price, not here. Trustee Hooks,
No.
Vice President Taylor,
Yes.
President McCaskill.
Yes. Did you call the treasurer? All right, so, there's no old business. I wanna make a motion to go into executive session at 1:25 PM.
Second.
Roll call. Sorry. Executive session, the appointment, employment, compensation, disciplinary performance, or dismissal of specific employee of the public body or legal counsel or the public body pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C1.
Second.
Roll call.
President McCaskill,
Yes.
Vice President Taylor,
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer, Trustee Hooks,
Yeah.
Trustee Morgan, absent. Trustee Price, absent. Treasurer Johnson,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay. Did you say you're a coach?
Y'all see it, right?
Okay, so I'm not gonna one of those many things people that you don't know. Okay, all right, thank
I didn't expect this many people to show up.
you. Yeah, surprise.
She put the table,
Yes.
the attorney supposed to talk up for, he beat around the bush. They supposed to, they'll say, they table it for the next board meeting, next meeting, they couldn't get it.
No,
Yeah, he about to say it, but he act like he's scared of him.
right, he goes whatever
Yeah,
they tell him to say.
yeah, I'm a trustee of Full Heights, so, you know what I'm saying, so I know what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, like, damn.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm glad you took it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, these meetings are here
Yeah.
in the afternoon and in the morning, all that, that's all done to change.
Right.
You know, to throw, because they know when the schedule everybody's working. And they're doing it so they can have the votes they need to push through what they want to push through. It's all intentional.
That's crazy. Yo, Chanel, that's my cousin.
Yeah, all right, cuz.
Yeah, that's my cousin. I'm gonna say Hooks, trustee Jermaine Hooks.
Okay, all right. I'll learn them. Nice to meet you.
All right. I see you at the Harvey, what's the Chicago hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see, I like your speech, what you said.
I just been trying to keep it, you know, I mean, truth, that's all, you know? I don't care, I don't take nothing. You're welcome.
Oh my God, okay.
We got more stories coming out, my friend. We got more stories coming out, my friend.
Okay, all right, I salute both of y'all, okay, salute.
Did you read our piece on, Monique?
Yeah, I did, that was very good, yeah, that was refreshing,
Yes.
quite refreshing, okay.
Like it ain't just y'all, like it ain't just y'all.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, it's like, then Keith Price, I saw the pictures of papers, and he called them out in the executive session. Yeah. Before he was done with his time.
Yeah,
He
Jerry.
said that he was calling them out, and then Cassie was chuckling about it. So, yeah. And then, what else did she say? She thinks they're about to, yeah, she thinks they're about to buy you something. So, he's not, he's mild mannered, he's kind, he's not going to maybe either.
Yeah.
That's kind of what she was saying, but he's not gonna do it. But also, what else did she say? Yeah, so that's what she's done my is at, and she called me this morning. So we'll see what happens after that, is that
Yeah.
she may talk to Chicago.
For sure, yeah.
She also did like say like, they are not going to let you get like one version. She did say.
Yeah.
She was like, no, I don't have to make a first one, but if she's a job, and they job, sure we know, boom.
Yeah,
No
that's
second,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that is going to play out, the transfer go through the ILA, because it's in Wales, only because the feds are trying to gut Wales. So I don't
What
know.
is Wales?
It's interlibrary learning system, so it allows like people to go to other libraries and
okay.
check out books. So he's like, oh, we're gonna go through ILA and do it on Rails, but if my memory serves me correct, the feds are trying to gut Rails
Yeah.
because of like the, you know, aim to like, reduce the size of government.
Right.
I think it's Trip Music story.
Okay, I'll look
it up. The framework reference, yeah, they're trying to gut Rails. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but, him saying that like, oh, Corn Fair doesn't have an email on our website, not true, because when we wrote about it, we included in the website.
Yeah.
So that's not true. As far as like the direct contact information, it's a global firm, but they have local offices. So you have to actually get in direct contact with the local agency. So all of what you said about like, oh, we can't get in contact, because literally not true. We link to the website.
Right,
And
yeah.
that's not true. What I think is the context we need for that corn theory thing. The next section, we're gonna go back and forth. That was the last thing they have to work on before they die. So she was actually really proud of her. And so I think what we're thinking to do now is just like, all right, we're not gonna go to the agency that she chose. We're gonna say, you're right, and everything you do, and we're gonna start from scratch. And so now it's like, be very financially responsible thing to do. You have to like, get a contact with IRA, see like, so what he's suggesting is actually like, you know, reach out to him, like, is this even a thing that?
Yeah.
You don't have a few words to believe that the agency is like, that's actually what he's saying.
I think when I was a trustee, we did a search for a director using Mariel's, we put it out like that too. We got a couple of people. It's not bad, I feel, it's a good idea. More safety.
Right, it's like, it could be like it definitely could be financially, but I think, I'm pretty sure they're trying to duck with it, they're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I heard something like that too, yeah.
Yeah, but they transferred,
Give me my books.
I wanna say, they down for
I
like,
like how you came
but she's
in
saying like, that actually.
finish that off for me.
Oh, I wanted to attest to what you were saying. She was really embarrassed.
Since she's done.
Yeah.
Like, people are
Attorney had told her.
Yeah.
That's over time. Time is money.
Yeah.
People get paid, they don't live
Her.
Right. You're interested in something to cover our fees, and you're just gonna blow off the last minute, that's so right.
Right. And it's intentional.
I think it's still going live, just so you know, so don't say anything you don't want heard.
What? Why didn't you put that shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the live is still going. Unless you were loud though, it may not have picked you up.
That's.
Yeah, see, look, it's right here. Why did you say something you didn't want?
Same over laughing.
You thought you were too loud?
Probably right.
Tamika, is this you, Miss Price? Is this you? I think this is Tamika Price that commented on the live. I believe so. She said, "I'd love to know who the new IT vendor is." She said, "I appreciate the live, and Corn Ferry absolutely has a website, but I don't know who's Corn Ferry, Miss. Is this you, Miss Price? Who is this? Who's Corn Ferry?"
Search form that they tapped to do the search.
Oh, so that, because I was confused what happened. So they voted to pay Corn Ferry, or no?
Yes, they voted to.
Because I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
They voted.
You're being heard. You're not seen,
We
but
wrote about it. We have a story.
Oh,
on the
okay.
website on Corn.
okay.
We wrote it.
Yeah.
It's pending contractual conversation negotiations that Corn Ferry was on the K.
Right.
Going to do the search.
So is that? But then he said they don't want to pay someone 20,000. So what does that mean?
That could have been.
That was a different one.
No, it could be the same company that was the price that the firm had offered us.
So what did they actually vote on?
Just throwing out figures.
So they voted to hire Corn Ferry or no? I don't understand what they
Previously,
voted.
yes.
Okay.
Previously, yes. But now he's saying they're not gonna go through Corn Ferry.
So he's saying they're just going to do it themselves.
ILA.
Okay.
Library.
Maybe that's good. I mean, it would save us money. Hello, Ryan. I'm going live also to shout you out. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I could pause it. The only reason I was keeping it going is just because I don't.
But what happened to Melody? What was the reason for letting Melody go?
She was the library director? Yeah, so sorry guys, they're just in executive session, we're just hanging tight. Hopefully they won't be too long, and then they'll be back and we'll finish up the meeting. But if that is you, Ms. Price, no, I'm glad that you were watching. I was just so, just pleased to see that they're holding more meetings during the day, like people work. And the fact that 2 trustees that work during the day are not at the meeting and you guys were elected, I don't care if people hate you. You were elected. You should be having evenings in the meeting when everybody can make it. I saw it on the agenda. Oh, what did you see on the agenda, Foxy? So apparently they were going to vote to use this search firm for a library directory, paying, I don't know how much they were going to pay. And so I believe I think they just voted to just use the free ILA search, which is the Illinois Library Association.
To make a law that says that you can virtually join meetings.
Oh, yes, executive meeting at the time. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So they're in violation of the law by doing that. Now, I know during COVID, it was okay that they were doing it, but after
They have an option to say no. Legally, that's what I don't understand. Can they say, no, you cannot call in?
if the state law says that they can do it, it doesn't matter what they make.
Okay.
Oh, any laws that the library makes that the state does not address, then they're illegal. But if the state addresses it, you don't override the state. Yeah, they can contradict it.
They just violated the open meeting law too, because they didn't post the agenda,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night, they did it
How
last
I
night.
think you shared it online, but, okay, so it was just last night? Okay, because I'll make a note of that. I'll probably go live tonight too. You guys are giving me material, I wish they weren't giving me material. I have enough other stuff to talk about. It's like, hey, I do this on purpose, like, there's so much bad stuff here. And what is this about? Are we in 1955? What is this about? No, I can't even say that. Are we in I don't know what, we're reading numbers off? What about paper? Even in ancient times, they had papyrus that they could write on, they can't give us the
When I was a trustee, we had a whole packet, we had the account numbers on there, we had the amounts that were in the accounts on a monthly basis, we asked for that.
Well, and that's the minimum, so I
And the
tried
bills?
to write it down, but I was so confused. He was saying all these numbers, but it just, I feel like it just, it's just very, it's not professional. It's not how it should be, You wanna see what Tamika said? Let's see if anybody else said something.
And that's $675,000.
Yeah, so she wants to know about the IT vendor. So you guys would know about that, I haven't been following that. And then Korn Ferry has a website. Did McCaskill say that Korn Ferry did not? Is that what he was claiming?
And I don't even know, I had the schedule.
But yeah, Ms. Price, if you're still with us, let us know. I'm just curious. Because it seems like they're trying to shut you guys out of these meetings by having them during the day.
If they're even levying enough to just cover the money we provide, and if they're taking money from the general fund to cover the rest of the bond payment. Yeah.
So it's an ALMA violation. The agenda was just put out last night. Because for someone, I haven't checked, someone checked the library's website, they said there's nothing there as far as the agenda. Where was it put out last night?
No, he sent everything to the board, it's not posted anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't see it posted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Even, did anybody check the front door?
It was on the door.
Did anyone check that it was what?
You have to do both. It has to be an in-person, if you have a website, state law, like it posted on the website. You have to do both.
I thought they could get away with just putting it on the door, but I haven't come to the library the past 2 days to check, so. But yeah, okay, I'll write that down as another possible issue. Would be another party with us, but still, like, to read off numbers, like, that's really unprofessional.
And we don't necessarily need to just,
Right, right.
also too, you know, Ms. Haskell does the food. So if you voted for it, you're not going to, we're going to supervise it.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, because he wants to, he does the agenda, he does the.
Why did, and so I was gonna say, why did he get the figures? Because he's the president. And Felicia Johnson's the treasurer now, right?
He's not the treasurer.
But why
He should not be the treasurer for the board.
Right.
Just because he's the president. And you're
Yeah.
not supposed to be the FOIA person, you can't be the president of the board.
Oh,
You
really?
can't, that's a conflict.
Well, this board is a mess.
Yeah.
Man. I just went over the press conference yesterday, you know, I did on my show last night, we went over that. That was a mess too, with the shooting, you know, the shooting, Willow shooting. So what I did is I played the press conference, Magani spoke, the guy that put his hands on me spoke, Charles. So I played that, and then I like replayed videos of like when Magana harassed me when we were by the mayor's house,
Yeah.
when Magana manhandled Colby. I was like, so I'm like, listen guys, like they're telling you how professional they are and they do everything and crime is down, but look how they behave. Look at the evidence. This is not professional. And they said it at least 3 times in the press conference yesterday. The crime is down, and then the chief comes on too. I'm like, so I reminded people. I said, just so you know, he's not the official chief. He's the acting chief. He's never been confirmed, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right, that's right.
Never been confirmed by the city council. And he's like, people talk that there's crime is down. Like, it's like
But here's the thing, that's what that's like.
we need stats. And, right?
You came back.
Don't flip that chair back to me. Don't do that. No, that's, I see where you're standing, but don't flip the chair back.
No, but he was sitting
He was like,
But this is my-
2020, then like 2023, down such and such percentage, and I'm like, well, what about 21 and 22? Like, do you not want to give those, do you not have
Right.
data for those years? Or is it that like 2021 specifically is when Harvey's homicide went up the highest on that? I think that the Emmys are statistically, I would also expect everybody else served.
Right,
Right,
right.
like, you wouldn't be able to discern that, if you go from like year to year, you can account for that. But if you go from, you skip years in between, now you can get the perception that crime is good.
Yeah.
Like, so he barely until, I was like, what about 21?
Was it 30 murders in 20 years?
31.
Yeah, 30.
31.
So the president denied Ms. Morgan and Ms. Price to call in to participate.
Right. It was a state law. They violated the state law. The attorneys that come up in here, they just, they the worst ones.
Come on.
They know the law, but they don't use it correctly.
Oh, the attorney? Yeah.
You see, they ain't even show up for our city council meeting last year we had. They weren't even there.
Oh, you're talking Ansel Glenn?
Yeah, I called them out too and said, where's your attorney at today? I said, there's nowhere to be found.
Right, I noticed they did not respond.
I told them, I said, if you wanna win, I said, get your win.
Just,
What company did it? What company or what firm? I mean, I don't know that name, but I because you know what, I just heard that Burton Park hired Ansel Glenn. And I'm glad they have a name maker,
we
because
looking for a new attorney right now.
really.
Just only had,
Oh, okay, so you need
I don't know why Auntie
Don't do
Josie,
it
but
until
if it's
later.
over five.
Judge Sullivan was 90 years old.
That really worries me, so I'm gonna reach out to the party.
God bless him. Lord, let me make it tonight, okay? He told me, he said, I can't go no more.
Yeah.
I should just go to law school, sometimes I think that, I feel like it's so hard to find a good lawyer who truly only care about money, like I know it's
That's
a
all.
stereotype, but no, it's so true.
That's only a fact talking, because she could have taken it. When she said table, he said, well, she had died.
And that's really what we are paying him for, we're paying him to say, the law says this, President McCaskill, you have to obey the law, blah, blah, blah. And we just sit there.
He just sit there.
We're like, no, we're all boys, there's law education.
The next time this happens, you have to say you're in violation of the Illinois State Code. Read over the code what it says.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then that stops. Then it turns to stop. But you gotta let them know that you know as much as they do. If you don't, it ain't going nowhere.
Oh, you mean that his job as trustee, you mean? So
Here,
that's not fair.
yeah, see, all of them, yeah.
Well, we could speak out, Maureen, when she came, she, you know, she wasn't wrong, even though McCaskill like got a word.
Yeah.
Maureen didn't say anything incorrect.
Uh-huh.
She was just telling them, you're not following the laws, and the rules, and you're not doing things correct.
Right, and hand them a paper copy, hand them a copy, say, here, don't say you didn't know, because here it is right here.
Right.
Now, I've stopped talking, but that doesn't change the law. Mr. Attorney, are you listening? This is for the record.
What?
You know,
But at least then we can make it clear that, okay, if you choose to vote against the law, that's your choice.
right,
But at least we want the public to know what's going on.
right, keep it transparent, don't say you didn't know, they gave it to you, okay, we saw them give it to you.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Because then if they're trying, I mean, they all have their own vote, so they can choose to vote how they want. But then, like, denying, like, I don't care if agency people voted for them. They
Right.
have a right to have a voice.
Right, that's right.
I don't care what you think about them, they have a right to be here.
That's true.
And most people work during the day, I mean, come on, this is not rocket
I
science.
have a book that you stung you last time.
Hey, when's the next meeting? Everybody run around, whoa, when's the next meeting? I mean, really? I mean, come on, y'all.
The part that you did, they're replicating what they're doing at the park.
You know, I've never even been to one of their meetings. Did they even meet? I should write it down, I'm so, really, have you ever been to a park district meeting?
Way back in 2011.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the last time I did it.
Now, who was in charge then? Was it?
Let's see,
Was the deal?
2011, Julius Patterson and a whole Kendall, and a whole, Kendall, yeah, he had brain cancer. Yeah.
Well, they named a park after Eric
Kendall was
Patterson,
really
was
smart.
Eric on the board too?
Huh?
Eric on the board too, they named a park after him.
Yeah,
Eric
he was
Patterson.
on there.
I just remember Julius Patterson was in one back in
What's
the
the
day.
lady's name? Brenda Thompson?
Oh, that name.
And I think her name is.
Isn't that Selena Johnson?
Yeah.
Did Brenda Thompson?
Don't be acting like that.
Yeah, she's a planning and zoning commission.
No,
Both jobs.
you done?
Oh, I didn't even know she was in police.
Right, and then she left there and became planning and zoning director for the city of Harvard.
Was that before the time?
That was before Latanya Rufus,
Okay.
because I was a planning and zoning commissioner, for a while, but she was still there.
I heard that name. I wonder whatever happened to Eric's, phone girlfriend, Sandra Albert. Remember her?
Sandra got married to some
Don't play
guy,
in her hair. Just don't play in
that's
your
hooked
hair.
up with, Chicago State. Yeah, so Sandra's doing fine.
But didn't she speak up about the corruption?
Yeah, she did.
I feel like I never heard updates. I'm like, did people follow through on it? Did they use her information?
Oh, she gave plenty of stuff to the FBI. They don't, she would turn her car into the FBI after she resigned. She wouldn't give it back to them. She took the car down in Orland Park and dropped that car off.
Oh, that's a smart lady.
Yeah, and, yeah, so,
Well, I certainly hope that they you know, it would just be nice to know what's been happening in city government for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
I'd love to know. Thanks for hanging in with us, guys. They are still in executive session. We have 6 viewers.
It's been quite a. What you wanna call
If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll try to answer them for you. Yeah, this has been a roller coaster ride. Yeah, I went over on my, I've been trying to do a live show at least every night. I don't have a lot of viewers just to get the habit to give people updates. So I went over the shooting conference. So cute. I just noticed like they have double buckles.
Yeah.
Are they hard to buckle?
No,
Are they hard
no,
to get
they
on
just slide out.
Oh, okay, okay.
I had a waist belt like that. That belt was the hardest belt to get. You so kind of way you had to pull it to make the two things release. I was like, I won't be wearing this belt no more. No.
Women have all the fun.
I know, right?
I shouldn't say, there's cool stuff for men.
You can go sit down.
I'm sure some people think I'm just shabby. I mean, I like fun clothes, but I'd rather just do life. I don't want to spend too much time.
Right.
You know, fun clothes and fun money, you know.
Right, I'm like, what money do
Just
I
like
have?
too trendy, you know. It's a winner on all that, you know what I mean?
And I will try to dress up sometimes for certain meetings, but then other times I don't, like today. Otherwise, I have to go fix something in a building, you know? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go have to run to a building just because there's one meeting and then get my next one.
Right.
You never know when you're gonna get rusted up.
I'm always having to fix something. Oh, that's true, yeah, exactly. Exactly, you got that.
Mom, sister, brother,
I
brother.
still can't believe,
Yeah, bro.
you got acid.
Mom, sister hit me.
Dear Charles.
I'm the oldest sister.
What was the press conference yesterday? But yeah, at this point, I feel like you probably have more stuff going on in your town than, like, are you guys like Robins? Like, are you finally starting to make some progress? Because I toured Robins, and you know what? They,
Oh, I need 3 rings.
all their boards, they work together, schools, parks, libraries. Here, no one wants to work together. Robins is amazing. You guys have to. Oh, I did. Well, who? Why, who did you talk to? These were the locals that were. They were. They not tapped in. Well, who do you know? You must, tell us what you know that we don't, but these are the people that were on the board, and they were like, oh yeah, we're doing this, and that we all talk to each other, and everything. Well, what do you withholding from? You have to tell us then, tell us the real deal, what's really going on.
That's why I have to like, problem, I was like,
These are people on the board. Like Ryan, Buckley, you know, to meet people like that. What is taking them so long? Alright, they're still in executive session, guys.
The library is right by our house, so how long this is one?
Well, either Janika's not on or she's.
I'm going to go to the world. I want to pick someone. I want to do it. Come on, talk to me. No. Right next to me. You're the one.
You guys are in the library, you could always get a book through. Got lots of books here. No.
And quiet as it's kept, loud as it is, Harvey Library actually has a really great collection of books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really do.
I was just displeased in how, well, you were here when they did the renovations, right? I'm not happy about how small it is for all the money that was spent on the renovation. For the size of the city of Harvey, I thought we would have a pretty good library. Like, I went to Chicago Heights in comparison, their library is like enormous. And not just for the people space, I'm talking about space for the collection. You know what I mean? Because we went By the way, we haven't heard back from the board. I believe the historical society, my interns, we submitted, help them organize these, they have some archival information. But I mean, the amount of space that Sam has used back there, it's just one small room.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I was like, oh man, I was thinking for a city this size of Harvey, I was thinking there would be like, I don't know, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just thought that there would be at least like a huge storage room or something, but.
You know,
That's my question, where did all the money go when they did the renovation?
it was all in the bumping out. Everything from this side, this end.
Is this bigger than the old, the former building?
Yeah, it is big, it's way bigger. Check out. All of this on this side. All this is new.
This is an addition here?
Yeah, all this is. All the way back to that wall, all the way straight down. Just in front of the building,
Really, they never should have demolished the Carnegie Library.
What I wanted was them to keep that. And because we have the space, just add on to it. So keep the original library.
The Carnegie one?
Yeah, the Carnegie
That was
Library.
demolished in like 1870. Yeah. I was trying to look at the map too, I get confused. I feel like when I look at the old photos, to me, I felt like it looked that the library was across the street, but I don't, that can't be
Facing
right.
this way.
But was the library on the corner? The Carnegie
Same lot, but the library faced the front of the street, so if we drive down 155th, we'd be looking right in front.
And that's the old one, the old.
Then they changed it to this way, and the front used to be on this side over here.
That was the one they built after 1970?
Yeah, and then they changed the front on this side, this last time.
Now it's on church.
Yeah, they should have kept the old Carnegie, expand onto it, open up the back of the building.
Exactly.
Do this section where you can open, and then put the rest of the library on there. You know, and that building was just architecture, you know, was really nice, you know, yeah, I loved it. I used to just like to drive by and look at it, you know?
Yeah, that was very sad. That's what I tell people. People have all sorts of excuses. They're like, well, it's because of white flight, or it's because of corruption, or it's
That ain't
because,
had nothing to do with
it's
that
because
library.
factories closed. Yeah, that was at Harvey's Peak. They had no excuse.
It's because of
Guys,
ignorance.
don't hit, please.
People on the board
Guys, don't hit.
don't know what they're doing. That's the worst thing you can have, having somebody don't know what the hell they're doing, and put them in charge. And watch how fast they do that.
I remember this lady, she said her father owned the shop in downtown Harvey. And he told the politicians at the time not to build Dixie Square. He said, you're gonna ruin downtown Harvey. He said, why would you do that? We have this awesome downtown, we have all this shopping. And sure enough, and he was right, because sure enough, eventually stores started leaving downtown. And they would all go to Dixie Square, and, I mean, downtown was still viable for many years.
Yeah,
But he was right.
he was, and then they wanted people to pay for parking down here.
Yes, and he was against that.
Yeah.
They put up meters.
Yeah, that's what.
They were driving people out of downtown.
That alcoholic ass mayor that we had, he didn't have a clue what he was doing.
That he?
Yeah,
Okay. I didn't know.
yeah, I was little then, I was a little guy then. And, my parents and other people in the neighborhood came out and talked to him, told him, you shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? And,
Well, you know, my guess is that whoever was in city government at the time probably got some sort of money, because that was a golf course. My grandfather caddied at that golf, and it was a golf course. And they just should have left it like that.
yeah,
And that's why now, like, when they were looking for, remember when we kept telling them alternative places for retention ponds?
yeah.
It was all natural before, like,
Yeah.
it was the Longfellow, because now it's basically kind of returning to like, it's like prairie.
It's prairie again, it's taken over. It has taken over, those weeds have grown right through that asphalt.
You know? So, yeah, my guess is that people probably came to the city and they said, hey, we have this new thing, it's a shopping mall.
Yeah.
And if you do it, we'll give you this amount of money, probably. People think that this corruption and the disrespect for the old buildings, is only recent Harvey. I'm like, no, Harvey actually is a horrible place. You're not like Wild has a much better track record for like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And even they demolished a lot of their buildings. They were like Harvey, they used to have multiple movie theaters, now they only have one. And we had three, we still have one building, but I called them one day, I still would like to see inside. I mean, you could tell the lady had no clue. I said, that building used to be a theater. And she's like, oh, I don't know what the office is. So she probably just didn't know. But I'm curious, it's like some sort of nonprofit. I forget what it's called. But no, Harvey that's why I said it has nothing to do with race, it has nothing to do with the factories closing, it has nothing to do with money. At the best times in Harvey's life, like that ugly, South Suburban, Federal, the savings and loan, whatever, that they demolished to put the apartments.
Yeah.
There were beautiful old historic buildings there from when Harvey was first built, and in the 60s they demolished them to put that horrible, I shouldn't say, for some people they like mid-century modern, they like that style, it's not my favorite style.
I always thought it was just a big ugly box, that's
Right.
all.
And people were, the city fathers at the time, they were so proud, and they even would brag. I saw in the articles, they said, this was just built, and it melts, whatever, they put something in the sidewalk, so it would melt, they turn it on, and it would heat up the sidewalk, so it would melt the snow. And I'm like, but why, you have these beautiful old buildings, why didn't you just keep them?
Right, and you can still run your lines underneath there and melt the stuff on the sidewalk, that's no big deal.
Just like the Fifth Third building too, I forget what that was, First National Bank?
Yeah, First National Bank of Harvey.
And that one too.
Yeah. I got a Christmas club, I was 10. I saved $500, okay? I was a hustler for the guy.
You invested at a young age.
All good Christmas presents. For my family and stuff. Yeah, bought good toys for myself.
But yeah, same thing with that, that's a fairly ugly building, I think, and they demolished some really beautiful. So it's nothing, this didn't start with Chris Clark, it didn't start with Eric Kellogg, this has been going on for years.
Yeah.
It's greed, it's human greed. Guys, don't hit. I was a teacher, so if I see stuff, I'm not a parent, but we're not gonna have that. I'm gonna send Miss Maureen over here. She's really gonna lay it along. You're like, oh God, leave me out of this, please. Does it make you want to have some kiddos? 4? Nothing too much. 3 or 4? I don't know how to do it nowadays, And then my grandparents was 9 in a bungalow. And that was so common for the time.
Right.
And, all the boys slept in one room, all the girls slept in one room, and then whoever was the baby or the baby slept with my grandparents. But and they know I'm complaining because that was just very normal.
That was normal, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, the kids today are so spoiled, like, they don't have their own bathroom. They get
Right.
sleep in their own bathroom.
Yeah.
They can't even share it with their own.
Yeah. My sister's a brother, she was told 9, and she was like the 3rd from the last. She said everybody had big families, you know what I mean? That was just the way it was,
Where did she grow up?
in Columbus, Mississippi.
Oh, okay, so she moved to the south. I presented yesterday, excellent conference at Governor's State, about, like a local history conference. So I shared a little bit about Harvey and then urban planning. We did the design the downtown activity, which I've done for society before. So they had to think like urban planners,
Yeah.
But yeah, they had some great sessions. They actually had a Native American guy. And I thought really that he did a great job of explaining. I didn't even know all this. Like, I think he said he's Potawatomi, but all the different Native populations that were here and all the like horrible treaties, the settlers, like and they didn't know what they were signing. But basically, they forced, all the natives to relocate to the It was just horrible, horrible, and then, Illinois made like some declaration in like the 1830s. They said, oh, we're Indian free, you know, like they were like, wow. Because, you know, just the other one, why was I was looking back on some, Harvey was founded in 1891, and I'm like, okay, well, like, why, when you look at the old maps, like, why is it just all, for the most part, all country?
Yeah.
Like, little towns here and there. It's not that they're white, it's just that it was basically like big skirmishes with them. And throw them out.
Yeah.
And then we tied it in with, the African slave population was brought up there. And former slaves, like, we should really think about this, those stories are very similar, it was all like
I didn't check one.
colonial power, people, and I feel like,
I'm not
you know, I would love to get into Stephen Harvey.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use cat.
And they have like the American Indian Center in Chicago.
It's
I'm gonna go check that out. And they'll do stuff like basket weaving,
That one. I would eat that one.
little things with plants, but I'm like, oh, that's perfect. See, these people were here for hundreds of years.
Right.
Before any European or
Thousands of years probably.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I would rather ask them because I'm all about natural organic.
Yeah.
How do you use these plants?
True, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just playing. No, this is.
And all that, you know, it's like, I mean, where are the Indian people? You know what I mean? And they're the Indian people that were here, you know, it's like,
And I learned that this was mostly Potawatomi. I didn't know that's when you were showing us a few maps, so it's Potawatomi. And it's sad because it's like the Americans and the British pushed the natives out, but then you notice later on, like, the names, like streets are named for them. Like in Park Forest, you know, they have all these Indian.
yeah, because there was a lot of Indians that lived in Orland Park and Park Forest and all that.
Right,
Yeah.
like, let's exterminate you, but that makes history after you, like.
Yeah. That's not good. That's not good.
Okay, we are back. This shouldn't be too much longer. Hey Wyoming, how are you? And thanks for hanging out, Crook.
All right. All right, time is now 2:11. The Harvey Public Library District, Harvey Public Library District is going to make a motion to reconvene. Need a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Hooks,
Yes.
trustee Morgan, absent, trustee Price, absent, secretary McCaskill, here, treasurer Price, treasurer Johnson,
Yes.
vice president Taylor,
Yes.
president McCaskill.
Yes, you're here, Richard. Yes.
Oh, yes.
We have two, action items from the executive session. Going on to D, action.
Make a motion.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a motion to amend the, executive session items to reverse, so D will go first, and go down to, C, B, and A. Need a second?
A second.
Roll call.
Secretary McCaskill, yes, vice president Taylor, trustee Hooks,
Yeah.
trustee Price, absent, trustee Morgan, absent, treasurer Johnson,
Yes.
President McCaskill?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Alright, letter D, I wanna make a motion, letter D, make a motion to reinstate Carol Morris,
Second.
roll call.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Vice President Taylor?
Yes.
Trustee Hooks?
No.
Trustee Price, absent. Trustee Morgan, absent. Treasurer Johnson?
Yes.
President McCaskill?
Yes.
Motion carried.
There is nothing under C, there's nothing under B. So for A, make a motion to terminate the IT manager,
Second.
roll call.
President McCaskill?
Yes.
Vice President Taylor?
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Morgan, absent. Trustee Price, absent. Trustee Hooks?
No.
Motion carried.
Make a motion to adjourn at 2:13 p.m.
Second.
Roll call.
President McCaskill?
Yes.
Vice President Taylor?
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson? Treasurer Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Morgan? Absent. Trustee Hooks?
Yeah.
Trustee Price, absent. Motion carried.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, which items did I skip?
See you soon.
Bye. Trustee Hooks, do you want to, while we're still live, do you want to make any comment or no?
What you want me to make comments about?
Or tell us about what, well, maybe tell us what you thought about the meeting, because there's a lot I still didn't understand. What did they skip at the end? Could you explain that? So they voted to reinstate Tiara Morris?
No, Carol Morris.
Oh, okay, because they were saying everything so fast. How do you spell it?
Carol Morris, Morris.
Okay, thank you, okay. And who is Carol Morris?
But,
She's with
she was here before as they, we had brought her in, unbeknownst to us, knowing that she was one of their friends. She, was like an administrator or something.
So not working the front desk, but like higher
Yeah,
above them?
she was supposed to be like the overseer or the boss or whatever, because we didn't have a director.
Okay, so I'll put like supervisor of some sort.
Administrator.
And she was brought back in the same role, the administrator?
I guess so. They didn't never said what role she was brought back in, but,
Oh, and she is a connection to the McCaskill?
oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you know how they're connected?
Shoot, look on Facebook, they friends.
Like, had they worked together? Does she?
From what was told is that she supposedly worked with Dr. McCaskill years ago or something, before.
Anything in the park, not in the park district?
I don't know.
No, okay. I'm
I
not sure.
have no idea, I don't know.
Okay.
But
But okay, admin, you said. And then what what happened with action on Robert Half? Who is that?
he's the, temp agency that the library was using.
Okay, and then what did you guys decide on that?
They decided to not use Robert Half anymore.
Okay, so they did vote on that. Because I must have just not followed. I had one no vote on item on Carol Morris, and then after that.
No, he never said anything about the Robert Half, but that's why he skipped those two.
Okay, I thought so.
So
So
he
they
voted
tabled them?
to reinstate,
Carol
Carol
Morris.
Morris, and then to terminate the, IT.
Oh, that was the last one? So you voted no on that. That
Voted
was
on both.
on both, okay.
Yeah.
And action on employees, the action was, you said, to terminate IT? Who's doing IT?
Manager,
Yeah, no,
same.
Is Sam gonna still work at the library, or is he
No.
totally out now? Oh, so
that was
who's,
just fired then? Okay, gotcha.
well, gee, it would help if they explained this stuff. I'm so glad you're telling.
He talking, sat on the table and did this.
Oh, God, I missed that. Okay.
Wow, thank you
And-
for clarifying.
So he told you to talk to the IT person and then fired the IT person about
Exactly.
your email, so. what-
Exactly.
Yeah. Has that been happening to anyone else? Did anyone else have that same problem?
No.
And how long has it been going on?
Well, my email just started acting up when I sent out the letter to all the, trustees about the ghost payroll.
You sent a letter out?
To all the trustees, yeah, I did. I sent a letter out to all the trustees.
Could you
Okay.
send us that?
This is good to know. Yeah, I would love to know that too.
Yep.
So you recently sent a letter out about ghost payroll to the trustees, and
Yeah.
then you had problems with your library email account.
Yes, I mean, and Sam's here, he's standing right here, he's my witness. Cause I came to him and he fixed my email at first.
Oh, yeah. What was the problem? At the-
I wasn't able to send emails out.
So Sam, do you
I
know,
was able to retrieve them, you know, like I could get them, but I couldn't send nothing out. And, yeah, so that's what ended up.
so after you sent out the letter about ghost payroll, then her library email was
Because I
disabled.
never, I mean, Sam was my witness, I never had any problems with my email up until that point, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't send out no emails to nobody.
Sam, do you know how that could happen? Did someone log in higher, at a higher level or something, and like mark Miss Hook's account inactive or something? Like, how could they do that if it's been working this whole time? I'm trying to understand.
The device would probably have to be, the device would have to be removed as an authenticated device.
Like whatever she was using to log in?
So, I mean, we went through all the steps and everything.
Oh, so you tried to help her,
Mhm.
and it still didn't work, huh?
What was the reason why he got fired though?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know too.
Because like, if he ain't got no reason, that is a lawsuit, he can sue for that.
Pure retaliation.
Yeah.
Pure retaliation.
And what did you say?
Pure retaliation.
Oh, okay, so you think it's retaliatory?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I see, but if you guys wouldn't have explained this, I didn't even know. They went so fast for those last items.
But that's why things are done like that and going fast, so.
Oh, no, thank you for clarifying this.
Sam, did you know? Did you have any warning, or did you know this was on the agenda today?
No.
Just when you
The
saw
agenda
it?
wasn't even sent to me.
What's this with the law, the Illinois state law about being able to be in meetings?
Oh, yeah, maybe the
Yeah.
lawyer Mr. Lawyer, could you answer this question?
He's not gonna do it.
Does
I
he
just
want-
want to walk in here and say it was nice working with you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Sam,
I'm
to hear
sorry.
about this.
Okay.
Your name wasn't even listed on the agenda. I had no idea. Sam did.
Yeah, that's why they had the meeting at 1 o'clock today, okay, they knew what they was doing.
See if you can catch the lawyer.
And see. the
I wanna see
reason-
what he says.
I'm gonna tell y'all this too, the reason they got rid of him and brought her back.
Now remember, you're on live, just so you know. Oh, okay. No, I just wanted you to know.
They're gonna make her director.
They can't make her, she don't have an MLS to be a director.
She got credentials, but.
But they're saying, but what they're saying is that Illinois law says you don't have to have an MLS. Or whatever, I haven't seen it. That's something to look up.
Well, also,
It is true, it is true. We had a situation like that, but we required the person to go back and take the classes and gave them a certain amount of time where they had to complete their MLS. And I'm talking about, Antonia McBride.
Okay.
And that was the agreement. And if she didn't complete within that time that we allotted her to get her MLS, then she'd be terminated.
But it is standard practice that like a librarian or director has those credentials.
Right,
Because
you're
this is-
supposed to.
This is like this is a
Right.
very specific trade,
Yes.
right? It is a very,
Correct.
like, it is So she doesn't, Carol Morris does not have any of those, we have, we.
And doesn't
were
have
sent-
any library experience,
We
period.
were sent her resume and
Hmm.
we're trying to vet it. But yeah, she doesn't on her resume have those credentials listed, but you think they're about to try to make her director?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how they could though.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, is she gonna basically be doing the duties of a library director?
She wasn't doing it when she was here.
Okay. And then the other two items were tabled, sounds like tabled or something,
Yeah.
they just didn't, we didn't vote on them. This is very, interesting. Oh, Lawrence wants to ask, he says, did they ever fix the toilets? I don't know what that means. Lawrence Keatsman, I don't know. Is that an issue with the library? The toilets were
Oh, I
not?
don't know. I mean, the bathrooms are locked,
Oh, okay.
so it's not like anybody can just go use them.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you. So let me see if the lawyer's still here, and we'll see if we can get anything from him. But yeah, that was too bad. That was definitely not very transparent, huh? Look at. Voted on from executive session. Oh, Tamika, you came back. Is this Miss Price? Ms. Price? Okay, so what they voted on is, in executive session, we just found out they voted to terminate Sam, who is an IT person. Sam maintains it's because of retaliation. They voted to reinstate Carol Morris as an administrator. Trustee Hook says she's a friend of the McCaskills, and then the other two items they just didn't vote on.
You already know. You're gonna be all right. As a matter of fact, if we need an IT dude, I know who to call.
Was the lawyer still there? Or did he leave?
Oh, I didn't see him.
Because I wanted to ask him about that legal question.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. He walked out the second. You never jumped on the phone. Yeah.
That's what we pay them for.
You got his contact? I did. I got that.
So wasteful. So wasteful. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for joining.